In this video, we're going to go ahead and get your custom body that you'll be creating your custom armors and outfits for into Maya. All right, we want to be able to extract it and use it inside of Maya. We also want to have the skin cluster for it, so we'll be able to rig clothing directly to the body using an actual 3D packages rigging tools, in this case, Maya. I want to iterate a very important factor. It does not matter if you're modding to a male body or a female body. They're both the same. It's the same concept. They use the same skeleton. I don't care. It doesn't matter, right? It has absolutely no effect on what we're doing. So I don't care what body you use. I will be using my body. You'll probably be using CBBE or some other body mod that you have found, or your own custom body that you created with Body Slide. All right, I don't cover creating custom bodies with Body Slide. I don't care what body you use. I'm going to walk you through the process a few times so you'll know how to extract the vanilla body, a CBBE body, or a custom body, or the male body. You'll know how to get them into Maya so you can begin working throughout this tutorial series. So go ahead and open up Body Slide. Before you do, one quick warning. A lot of these body mods that I'm going to be covering in this video are anatomically correct. Okay, so there will be a bit of, well, it's not really nudity because it is nudity, but it's not pornographic. I mean, it's art, whatever. But I just wanted to warn you, if you got kids in the room, might not want to go through with this tutorial series with the kids in the room if you're worried about them seeing a nude 3D model shaped like a person. I don't know how else to put it. It's art. But anyways, let's go ahead and move forward if you're okay with that. I'm going to open up Body Slide. I'm going to go to Outfit Studio in the lower right hand corner of Body Slide. I can minimize both of them and then just grab Outfit Studio. So I'll go ahead and say File, New Project. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the vanilla body. All right, I'm going to start there. So I'm going to go to From File, I'm going to click Browse, and I'm going to go to our extracted folder. Remember those archives we extracted? So I'm going to go to Fallout 4 Mod Toots. I'm going to go to Meshes. I'm going to go to Actors, Character, Character Assets, and you can see that we have all of our extracted body parts. I'm going to grab the female body.nif. I'm going to click Open. And I'm going to select Next and select Finish. Now, this is kind of important for vanilla assets. I don't know what they changed with Outfit Studio, but at some point they started adding things like these double quotes and a zero, or maybe they just fixed something and that's how it is in the NIF file. I don't know. But Maya will not like this. It will not accept the skin cluster if you export it with that name. So we have to right click, go to Rename. So I'll go right click, rename shape, and I'm just going to call this base female body. And I'm going to leave out the colon, the semicolon, what is that? A colon and a zero. I'm going to leave that out. Okay, so you have to get rid of that. Anytime you see those two little dots, whatever, can't remember what they're called. I'm having a brain fart here. But get rid of those two little dots and anything after it before you export. So change that like that. Then go to shape. And we're going to export shape to FBX. And the reason we're using FBX and exporting shape to FBX is this way we'll have the skin. So we'll be able to animate the body and mod to it and skin to the actual skin for the body. So I'm going to export shape to FBX, and I'm going to put this on the desktop. Right? Now, this is just one example. And we'll leave it as base female body.fbx. I'll click Save. That's on our desktop now. It should pop up right here. And there it is. Now, go ahead and open up your Maya. And inside of Maya, we're going to go up to File. We're going to go to Import. And we're going to go to our desktop. And we're going to select that base female body.fbx. Now, I want you to scroll down here in your FBX import options. Make sure that you have it set to centimeters. So just make sure you have file units converted to centimeters. And once you have that set, go ahead and click Import. Now it's going to come in, it's going to give you a warnings and errors, and everything's going to be like, oh my gosh, the bind pose looks crazy. Just go ahead and close this. Don't worry about that. Now if you zoom in here, I'm just using the middle mouse wheel to zoom. And if I hold down Alt and press the middle mouse button, I can pan. And you can see that the body and everything looks weird. Well, we can fix this real fast. We'll just come up here to Bone Fix. Remember that in a previous video when we set up Maya, I had you grab this script that I made for Caliente. Use that. Just click it once. And boom, it fixes everything. Now what we're going to do is we're going to save this so we never have to use that script on it again. It'll always be in there. And every time we create a custom armor for Fallout 4 for our custom body, we can just use this file here. We won't have to use that script again. So go ahead and open up your outliner. So to do that, I'm going to go to Windows, Outliner. Select Windows Outliner. I'm just going to drag this off to the side here. I'm going to select the base female body. I'm going to select the NIF skeleton. So I'm just grab one, then hold down Control, select the other, and then click File, Export Selection. And go to your desktop, select that same one we just exported, the base female body. Just select that. Scroll down here and make sure that you still have your scale factor set to 1. It's probably going to have automatic checked and file units converted to centimeters. Just leave that just as it is. And then go ahead and click Export Selection. It says, do you want to replace it? Yes. Now I can close this outliner here. I'll go ahead and select File, New Scene, don't save. And then I'll click File, Import. And there's our base female body. Go ahead and grab it, and I'll click Import. And there it is. So now I can, anytime I want to create a custom armor for this vanilla female body, I can. So let's go ahead and follow through this process with the male body. We're going to do this with a few different body types just to give you the idea of how this works. I'm going to say New Scene, don't save. Go back to Outfit Studio. I'll select New Project, and I'll say From File. I'll select Browse. I will go back to my Fallout 4 installation. Actually, no, sorry. I'm going to go to our extracted folder. So I'll go to G, my Fallout 4 mod tuts, meshes, actors, character assets, and I'll scroll down to the male body. So we should have a male body.nif. Select that, select open, select next, click finish, and there's the male avatar. So we'll go ahead and get this one out. And again, we have to rename it because it put those 2 dots in the 0. Maya does not like that. We will go ahead and right click, say rename shape, and we will call this the base male body. And click OK. That'll rename it. Now we can go to shape, export shape to FBX. I'll call it the base male body. Click save. Actually, I think that went somewhere I didn't want it to go. Shape, export shape to FBX. Yeah, it did. I'll just right click and delete that. Go to my desktop, save it there. There we go. Whoops. And it should pop up over here. Base male body. I'll go back into Maya. Do the same thing. File, import, go to our desktop, select the base male body, and go ahead and click import. And there it is again. We get that warning because it's all messed up. I can just go ahead and select that bone fix script that I gave you in the previous video for the Maya setup. Just select that, and boom, there he is. He's all fixed. We can export him. So let's go ahead and go back to the Windows Outliner, select the base male body, the NIF skeleton, go to File, Export Selection, go again to our desktop to the base male body, and I will go ahead and export it. Do you want to replace it? Yes. And he's taken care of. So now anytime I want to work with him, I can just import that FBX and he'll already be fixed. I won't have to fix him again. Now let's go ahead and do this with CBBE. So last little test here, we'll go ahead and do it with CBBE. So go to File, New Project. I'm just going to leave it on From Template. If you have your own custom body, all right, if you have your own custom body installed, you can click From File. Just to show you this real quick, I'll select Browse. And if you go to your Fallout 4 installation, because you installed a custom body, it's the one you're using in your game now, you want to make custom armors for it, go to Fallout 4 Data, Meshes, Actors, Character Assets, and select your female body.nif. You can just click that and then click Open, and that's the one that you'll load. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can pretend like you have, I'll pretend like I have CBBE installed. This is actually the Jane bod. This is a body mod that I'm developing currently. So I can click Next, I'll click Finish, and there's the Jane bod, and I will go ahead and go to Shape. Now, again, check the name to make sure it doesn't have those 2 little dots on it. Otherwise, you got to rename it. Mine does not. So I'll go ahead and click Shape, Export Shape to FBX. I will go to our desktop, and I will go ahead and export it. I'll click Save. It'll pop up here as the JaneBot HD Game 001. Go into Maya, File, New Scene, don't save, File, Import. I'll go to my desktop. I will select that JaneBot HD Game 001, select Import. Again, it comes in all messed up. I click the bone fix script. It fixes it. Give it a second because this is actually an HD mesh. The higher definition meshes take more time. And it's fixed, and then I can go ahead and export it, same as I did with the other one. So I'll just go to Windows, Outliner, select the JBOD, select the NIF, which in your case will be CBBE, select the NIF, and go to File, Export Selection, go to your desktop, and you can go ahead and select that HD game right there, select Export. And every time I want to work with my own custom body, I can just file and import that file that we just created. So select it, select import, and it'll import automatically corrected and ready to work with. Another thing to notice too, just one last thing, and this is with all of them, the male, the female, is it has a skin cluster. If I go up to shading and I select X-ray joints and I select a joint, I can move it. See, so she's skinned. Okay, and that's great because that means we can actually rig to the actual skin that the body is using. So in the next video, we'll begin to create a very simple armor. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post below the video and click subscribe to follow us on YouTube.